Thank you to all of our sponsors for making our Computex 2023 coverage possible.
Okay, so when it comes to PC cases, they're all pretty much the same, right? It's square, it's rectangular. No one's ever really tried to reinvent it too much. Until now, InWin at Computex 2023 are going with a complete theme, a bit of an ethos of, basically IKEA-esque flat pack type PC cases. So we're going to start with this one. It's called the POC. It's a mini ITX case, and this is how it can look, like this or like this. Comes in many different colors. Every single panel is fully independent, and like I say, it's like flat pack furniture. So this is the actual box that it comes in. You get all of the different things. It tells you how to, fold up the sides and build things together. Also, you get the fan, the PCI Express riser cable, the I/O module, some cable ties, accessories, the bars as well, which is going to make it perfect for those who do maybe LAN gaming events, things like that, and they want to, take their case about. But this is what we actually have. So this is one of the panels. You can see it's been bent, so folded into the right places. This goes together with, say, this bit, which is the top with the I/O, so USB Type-C, USB Type-A, everything that you need there. You get all of these little bits as well, all in various different colors. You can go for whatever color scheme you want. And even though these are small and these are really, really thin, they're really, really sturdy as well. They're not going to bend, they're not going to break. We've got the black, we've got yellow as well. And the cool thing on here is if you wanted to add airflow, you can literally just fold these out like that. Now you have instant airflow. So you can fold them back in as well. Depending on sort of, what you actually want from your case. Like I say, it's got the bars, it's got everything for mounting, all sorts of stuff. Now, they're kind of claiming it to be a bit like origami, I guess you could say. But mini ITX, but doesn't mean that, you have to sacrifice the space and the size of the components that you can fit in there. So you are talking inside here, you can fit the largest graphics cards, 3.5 slot. We're talking, 4090 territory. It's called the POC. I believe it's actually going to be available very, very soon. So they did already say that they'll send us out some samples. So we will look at getting, multiple colors. I really like this one because eTeknix blue, it's very, very similar to that. Really, really cool sort of design, really, really cool concept. Mini ITX tower, but still, like I say, no compromises and supports, the latest and greatest hardware, RTX 4090s and so forth. So yeah, it's really, really cool, but it doesn't just stop there because the whole, I guess, idea of Computex with InWin is this is just sort of the start. If you want something bigger, then yeah, you can go really, really big, and I'm talking really, really big, which we will be talking about at the end of this video. But let's move over to here. Like I say, this one's called the POC. We have got one over here called, I think it's pronounced Doobly. All it is I build, but scrambled up. I kind of get the idea behind it. Sounds kind of cool. That, I'd say, is aimed more at, your professional type people. This is definitely aimed more gamers, kids, even modders. I mean, you imagine, because these are all independent single panels, there's nothing stopping you, spraying these up and modding and, that first kind of dipping your toes into the modding community. I think there's some really cool stuff going on there. But yeah, let's head over to there and talk about the next stuff. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is, I'm going to say it's Doobly, it might be Jubilee, I don't know how they're pronouncing it, but yeah, the words I build, just in a scrambled up way. This, you can clearly see, isn't really, like the POC aimed at the sort of, gaming or kid market. This is definitely, it's got more of a professional kind of, I guess, premium type aesthetic to it. So again, though, it carries on the same ethos where you can get different panels, you can add on different things. So we have got, the steel panel here with the lever grab tab. So they are going down that sort of, I don't know, I guess the word hipster kind of market. You can get it in different colors as well. So we have this one as well. Different front panels with kind of the mesh, almost sort of ventilated panel, as well as, the side front panels. You can get the aluminium handles, you can get leverette stuff on there as well. But this is a big case, but not big in the sense of, I mean, it looks like a mid tower. It's not quite a full tower to look at it, but it is a full tower, which means inside we can fit all of the latest and greatest stuff. So you are talking eATX motherboards, we're talking, graphics cards up to whatever length you want to get in there, plenty of room for storage, power supplies, even again, compatibility wise, you can fit the largest power supplies in here. So I think this is going to be perfect for like render rigs and workstations and things like that. Now, in terms of cooling, you can fit 3 fans in the front, you can fit, I believe it's 3 fans in the top, 1 in the rear, and you can also put 1 in the bottom as well, and it does come with 4 fans included. So you can see it looks really, really nice, really, really premium, and like I say, it still gives you that customization aspect of it, which seems to just be a theme here at InWin, with the POC, with the Jubilee, but it goes one step further than that as well. So Over this side, we have got various different colors, so not just the stuff that you see here. There's some really, really cool and funky stuff. Again, it all comes flat packed, so shipping it should be a lot easier than just, your conventional cases on the market. And I just love what they're doing here at InWin. But the one I really, really want to talk about is the big boy. So let's go over there. Okay, so what we've got here is part of the Mod 3 range. Now this is really, really cool because it is a modular case, and really the possibilities are endless. So you start off with the module. Even though it's, I guess, on the small side when it comes to form factor, you can fit the largest components in here. So you are talking eTeknix motherboard, but as you can see, there's no room for a power supply. So how are you going to run a PC like this if you don't have a power supply? That's where the next module comes in, which is the Mod 2 module. This fits your power supply in there. This is going to be great because you can just keep adding to it. And I will show you at the end of this video what InWin's done, because it's just the most crazy thing I've ever seen. Now, you've got your Mod 3 module, which is for your graphics card, because you might want a system that uses integrated graphics, so you're not going to need this. But then if you do need it, you can buy it. So you're only really buying the modules that you actually need for your specific use case. So you can kind of see, how a full build can look. This has got a ton of airflow on there, so you're talking full mesh on the front as well as the top, and I can feel how much air is actually being pushed through it. Then you've got the slightly bigger version. They've just added another module onto the top, so you can add a lot more functionality. You've got a storage module. Now, we were talking about this off camera that, if we had a makeshift NAS type device, and I know we've got a certain amount of hard drives in there, say 5, and then we want to add more hard drives at a later date, we can just get another one of these, bolt it onto it, and then suddenly, we have even more storage. We can create a new data pool, a new volume, and away we go. We also have the cooling module, which encompasses, the room for an AIO, even custom loop. So you've got the module there, which, they've demonstrated that with an AIO or just single fans. But also in terms of the color design, it's not just all black. You can go for something a little bit more crazy. So we've got the white and orange, and it just looks absolutely amazing as to what they're able to do with this. As we look over here, we can see all of the stuff, and it's, completely kind of flat packed. Comes in, these different modules, and again, InWin, typical of what you'd expect. The quality is absolutely amazing. And some really sort of cool ideas here, and no two PCs are going to be the same, right? They're all going to look completely different. And I do want to go over there just so we can show you kind of what is capable, because they've essentially taken every single module, bolted them together, and created the most, I want to say, obscene case I've ever seen. So let's head over there and talk about that. So as I say, keeping in fashion, saving the best till last. I am so weary about standing under this because I feel like it's going to fall on my head. But this is kind of what's possible. So next to me are all the different frames. Kind of shows, what you're able to get with the storage racks, the cooling racks, the main sort of modules and things like that. And this is what you're left up with. It's very reminiscent of like the size of like a Case Labs case. I really don't feel that trustworthy being underneath it, but it's been here for a couple of days and it's still looking good. But yeah, we've got our main block here with the motherboard, fan, all your expansion slots. We've got the power supply bit. We've got another bit over there with another case, another system in it. We've got the cooling module as well with the AIO going directly to the motherboard. We have another system here. This is absolutely just bonkers, but it is gaining a lot of attention from people. So people are liking the fact that, you can do something crazy. And like I say, it's all about kind of reinventing the wheel, right? Most cases are just typical. They're square, they're rectangular. How do you do something a little bit different? I think it's safe to say InWin have definitely done something different here, and I can't wait to get one of these in. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe we will turn it into a rendering rig or a storage farm or something like that, but this is just a start, I think, of something really, really amazing. And InWin as a company, we work with them for many, many years. Their quality is great, the design is great, and this is just next level stuff. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. We will have a lot more coverage from Computex 2023 of loads of different brands, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'm getting out of here. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.